guys, welcome back to another episode of Life Made Easy. Today we have episode 2 of lifelong Android user trying out iPhone 7. So yeah, gonna give my thoughts, maybe go into a little more detail on the screen and battery life in this episode, and other applications that I'm finding useful and maybe not useful. So yeah, let's hop right into it. As that last video, I filmed my phone in 4K. Probably shouldn't have done that. That's probably why the rendering time took, oh, that's bad exposure. It's probably why the rendering time took like so incredibly long because I shot everything in 4K. I'm not gonna do that. My front facing camera is 1080. My rear facing can do 4K. So hopefully I won't do that again. Let's hop into it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is kind of a weird angle. I'm tilting my phone up on my bed, but thought this would be a good time to talk about the overall screen of the iPhone 7. Touched on this a little bit in my previous video, but I want to go a little more into depth on the actual screen quality itself. As I said in the previous video, when it comes to like standard applications and stuff, the iPhone 7 does a fantastic job at making things sharp. Color accuracy is there. I know that was a big improvement from the 6S going to the 7 was color accuracy, and it covered more of the RGB spectrum, which is cool. But what I really wanted to touch on was just third-party applications showing up blurry. And it's weird. It's not blurry. Well, it is sort of blurry. But like YouTube, for example, if you're like just in the standard YouTube app, as you can see right here, also subscribe to the College Made Easy podcast if you haven't already. Just uploaded a video today, so go check it out on a D1 softball player. But like you can just tell, and let me lower my brightness so you guys can see it a little better. When just like scrolling through applications and stuff like that, it's like, it's not bad, but it's also not good, you know what I mean? It's like, you can tell it's 720p and not like Quad HD like my Samsung phone is. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you're into really sharp displays, do not get an LCD 720p display. As good as Apple optimizes the screen for color accuracy and stuff like that, those other applications are not going to show up as sharp as a Samsung device or other Android device, or maybe upper iPhone device like iPhone 10 with the Super OLED screens. I don't know if I said that right. I don't know if it's Super AMOLED on iPhones. I think it's just flat OLED. I think Samsung markets it as Super AMOLED. So just keep that in mind. So the next thing I want to talk about is battery life. And I currently have my Samsung phone propped up on my pillow, so this is what it takes to be a budget YouTuber, and this just proves that you can make videos without a lot of equipment on a smartphone, edit it all on a smartphone, upload it to YouTube. So that's another reason why I'm doing this mini series on this iPhone 7, switching from a Android to an iPhone 7. But let's touch upon battery life. The iPhone 7 got a decent bump in battery life compared to the 6S. I think it was like 300 milliamp hour increase. Don't quote me on that, but I know this is like roughly a 1900 milliamp hour battery. The battery is weird. I think over time your smartphone learns to adapt to your usage. And so I think over time it'll get better just naturally, and I haven't used this very often, so it hasn't adapted much to my use. So I will say that standby time on iPhones is pretty darn good. It lasts, I think I haven't charged this phone since yesterday and it's still on 40%. So if you just leave this thing out and about and never touch it, like the battery hardly drains. I think overnight you'll see like a 5 to 7% decrease, which is pretty good, to be honest. And I think Wi-Fi, you have to take into account Wi-Fi roaming. If your phone's doing that, that can deplete it when you're not using it. But the depletion overnight and standby time is way better than my S9. But I'm not going to sit here and say that this has better battery life than my S9, because it doesn't. My S9 has a much larger battery. I think it's like 3000 milliamp hours, so huge increase there. You're looking at like a 50% increase going from 2000 to 3000. So just keep that in mind. So standby time, not as good as my Samsung. I'm sorry, a little better than my Samsung, but overall just battery life and health and longevity is better on my Samsung device. Also, fast charging is amazing on Androids these days, and this phone does not have fast charging, so it takes an extremely long time to charge. But it's weird how Apple optimizes some apps for battery and then others not so much. I don't know why, but like messages, pretty optimized, right? Camera, pretty optimized, right? And then there's like stuff like settings. Like you go into settings and just like go through, and then like I noticed my battery depleting a ton. Really weird. I don't know if that's glitched. This is on 100% battery health right now, so shouldn't be any health issues. Gmail somehow consumes a ton of battery. I know that's not an Apple app, but music consumes a ton of battery. I don't know why this is, but like you'll just go into random apps at some point, and then you just see your battery just start depleting. It's like some apps will deplete a lot, some will deplete none, and it was also giving this personal hotspot depletion at first. Really weird stuff, but yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed episode 2 of this series. Discussed mostly the screen and battery life. Probably discuss other components in the next episode. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go check out College Made Easy Podcast if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys over on that channel. Trying to get to 100 subs, currently at 72, so every subscriber counts. Sorry if I'm not looking actually in the camera. I'm looking at my viewfinder at the moment, which I know is bad as a YouTuber, but yeah, appreciate you guys watching this. Leave a comment down below if you like Apple or Android, your thoughts on the iPhone 7, Samsung devices in general, or what have you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.